Have you ever heard of something or seen something that just felt so wrong, or just has called you to action in a way that you knew that you wouldn't be able to fully rest until you did something about that? Well, several years ago I was in this place of transition where I was in Canada, but I knew I needed to move back overseas. And there was this one child that I had met on one of my short-term trips to this one country I was going to, and I had just heard about this story of her being stuck in this abusive situation, and just because of the country's social system, they didn't have the same like child services or protection services that we have here in Canada. And I just knew that something might never be done if I don't do something about it. And I already was sensing I needed to move, but I was thinking, you know what, if it was just for this one kid, where I moved my whole life to this other country, and if that is the only reason that I go to this country, to help her get out of this abusive situation, I was in my heart, I just knew it was worth it. And I was reminded about this whole thing this past weekend when I heard this story about this shepherd who had this huge flock of sheep, and one of the sheep went missing, and he just went looking for the sheep everywhere, and that one sheep was just so important to him. And there was so many back where it was safe, but he left and went to look for that one sheep. And I was just thinking about what I'm doing right now, and I'm spending countless hours and countless effort just trying to figure out a way to help these youth that I'm working with, these homeless youth I'm working with, figure out a way to help them get a step up, and not just a step up, but to be emotionally healed and just spiritually healed, and just to help them move forward. And I spend so much time just trying to figure it out, and troubleshooting and failing and learning, and then I'm thinking what if nothing happens, or would it be worth it if all this effort I'm spending is just for one? And I've been trying to make these products from garbage, and I've spent 2 years trying to figure this out, and I've wanted to quit so many times. But the whole purpose of me doing this is because I want to walk them through a healing journey when we make stuff from garbage. And I'm in the middle of doing it with several of them right now. But then the thought is would it be worth it even if just one was impacted through it? And what if it's just a link in the chain? What if I don't see the full transformation? Is it worth it? And when I think back to that story I was reminded about this weekend, I just have to say 100%. All the effort, all the time, all the energy is worth it just for one person to be impacted. And I'm sure you've all had moments where you've impacted someone's life for the better, and there's nothing like it. And even if we can impact one person, that's generations. We don't know the impact our life will make, even if we're just even a step of the journey. And it's totally worth it. And there's something about just pouring out and just loving the one in front of us. And it was totally worth it for me to move all the way to the other side of the world just to help that one kid get out of that abusive situation. And of course there's many other reasons why I went, but that was a huge motivator. And I just can't tell you the joy it brings me to know that I know that she's no longer in that abusive situation. And I would do it all over again just for that. So I've just been contemplating that this last week, and it's worth it. All this effort, it's worth it for just one, and just one step, it's worth it. So I just wanted to share that with you. And again, that story about the shepherd, that actually is that's actually about the Creator and how he will search, and he's pursuing us, his creation, and like he just so wants us to be in that safety of that relationship with him. And that just actually gives me energy to be able to see the one in front of me and love the one in front of me. Anyways, I just want to share that with you, and also just invite you to continue to walk with me. And if you want to subscribe, that's awesome. And I'd love to continue to journey with you.